Michael Daly, Drystock Advisor, and here with my colleague today, Niall Lynch, and today we're going to cover autumn grassland management and application of nutrients this coming autumn. 2020 has been a challenging year to manage grass. With that being said, every extra tonne of grass utilised is worth €105 per hectare to all Drystock farmers. The key at this time of the year is to utilise the grass and to lengthen the grazing season. And the focus now is to look at grass covers, try and lengthen your grazing season, maintain animal performance, and put in place a final rotation plan to allow grass to grow over the winter and to have enough grass for the following spring.
As Michael said earlier, it has been a challenging 2020. Challenges at the moment include heavy levels of rainfall, ground conditions and heavy covers of grass to be grazed off. However, there are great opportunities there, such as adequate grass supply, lower feed costs, shorter housing period. Having cattle out in the autumn can equate to €2 per livestock per day, so bear this in mind when trying to keep cattle out of grass. To build average farm covers for the autumn, we're looking to target a cover of 1,100 per kilos of dry matter per hectare per day for mid-September. Options to increase the average farm cover are to bring silage ground back into the equation and reseeds, which happens this time of year. Potentially increasing supplementation to store cattle and weanlings and removing surplus stock from the grazing platform, such as cull cows, etc. If we are ahead of our grass targets for this time of year, introduce a strip wire. We can also have the option of taking out heavy covers as baled silage and also lengthen the grazing season. Rotation length for mid-September should be at about 35 days, and the plan is to extend this to 40 days by the 1st of October. From this, we will be looking at what fertilizer we should use in the autumn.
When we talk about the application of nutrients in the autumn, we really are looking at possibly a late application of chemical nitrogen or the application of slurry. Bear in mind, as we reach September and onwards, grass growth is steadily declining and the uptake of nitrogen by the plant is falling, and there's every risk that nitrogen could be leached into the water in the coming winter. So good practice this autumn. First of all, look at your grass covers and identify if your farm has sufficient supply of grass. Identify paddocks, particularly reseeds, that are likely to respond to additional nitrogen. But the application of nitrogen is based really on soil conditions, grass covers, soil fertility and prevailing weather. At no point is more than 20 kgs per hectare justified, and in situations where there are significant grass covers on moderate to low stocking rates, it's likely that no chemical fertilizer is required. Bear in mind, the closing date for the chemical fertilizer application is the 15th of September. But the key thing at this time of the year in terms of nutrients is the application of remaining slurry as soon as possible on the farm, using a low emission trailing equipment where available, and this will lead to good uptake of nitrogen in slurry by the plant and avoid losses to water in late applications. It will also avoid the risk of not being able to empty tanks late in the autumn if the weather worsens, and more importantly, empty tanks now to protect your storage capacity for the spring. Application of nutrients, in this case slurry, can save money by getting effective use of slurry nutrients. Grass growth rates are currently strong and existing grass covers are generally high, so there's an opportunity on most farms to save on chemical fertilizer.
So, to summarise, over the coming days, build up grass cover, extend the grazing season for as long as possible, closing date for chemical fertilizer is soon approaching, so the last day for spreading is the 14th of September, and ensure to empty slurry tanks where possible to help for slurry storage in the spring. The last day for spreading slurry is the 14th of October.